Welcome to my video on my MLB playoff predictions. The MLB season has finally come to an end. I think you'll see a reaction video of my reaction to my picks for the season. It wasn't pretty, so not exactly what I expected, but again, I wasn't expecting the 18 playoff format either, so that was a new thing. But it was a really great season. My team did well, the Twins, and I think you're going to see how well they do for the rest of the playoffs. So I'm going to dive right in. So in the first round, the 8-seeded Jays take on the 1-seeded Rays, and the Rays are going to sweep them. The Rays are a good team. They've got some playoff experience from last year. They forced the Astros into 5, almost beat them in the ALDS. And I think the Rays are a really good team. The Blue Jays looked very strong, but kind of stumbled through September, came out in the 8th spot. So I think the Rays are going to have an easy job with this one. And then the Yanks at the Indians. Remember, in this first round, two or three games are hosted by the higher seeds. So the Indians are going to get all of them at home. The Yankees have been really good at home this year, but away they've not been pretty, and I think the Indians are going to take it in 3. It's seeded. That's what would happen, but it's kind of an upset. The Indians have been playing really well lately. They climbed out of that 3 spot in the AL Central and somehow made it into the 2 seed, upsetting the White Sox. And I think that they have what it takes. I think their pitching rotation is so good. Shane Bieber, Schumann Cy Young winner, Triple Crown winner, first Triple Crown winner since 2006, first pitchers Triple Crown winner since 2006. I think the Indians are just going to power through the Yankees and take the series in 3. Then White Sox at A's, I have the White Sox in 3. The White Sox are a young team. They don't have a lot of playoff experience, right? The White Sox haven't been to playoffs in a decade. But they still, I feel like the Oakland Athletics also don't have a lot of playoff experience. They've been in the playoffs more, but I don't think they had made it out of that wild card round in a decade. So I think without Matt Chapman on the roster, I think the A's are going to struggle against the White Sox. And if Lucas Giolito can have a good series, pitch his game and pitch well, I think the White Sox can take it in 3. And then the Astros at the Twins. My team's the Twins. Amazing. Caught. The White Sox took the division. Insane. It seemed impossible. They were 3 games behind with 8 games to play, but they somehow took the division. The Astros are awful this season. They're 60 despite having a losing record, 29-31. That's why you don't do 8 teams, MLB, and even if you're going to do 8 teams, at least rank them by seeding after the division winners don't have the second places coming in before the wild card teams, no matter what the record is. But anyway, I think the Twins are going to sweep them. The Twins are really good. They've been really good at home this year, and they've been playing really well lately, and the Astros are just terrible. So, yeah, I don't think the Twins will have a lot of trouble. And then in the NL, we've got the Dodgers sweeping the Brewers. The Dodgers are insane. They're just so good. And the Brewers are not so good this year. Remember from my prediction video for the season, I predicted the Brewers to win the World Series. Christian Yelich get the MVP. Not happening. Not happening at all. They just barely snuck into the playoffs. And I think that's as far as they're going to get. So swept by the Dodgers. Then we get the Cards at the Padres. I think the Padres are going to also sweep. Padres, super strong team. 3rd best record in the MLB despite being 2nd in their own division. The Padres are such a good team. It's a crime that they had to fall into the 4 seed, didn't get one of the top 3. They were 7 games ahead of the Cubs or something. And the Cardinals are not a very good team. They only played 58 games this season because of their big COVID outbreak back in August. I don't have much confidence in the Cardinals, and I have a lot of confidence in the Padres, so I'm getting a sweep here. Reds at Braves. I hate the Cincinnati Reds. And I don't love the Braves, but I hate the Reds. The Braves are definitely a much better team. They've got potentially the best lineup in the MLB. The Reds don't. Everyone thought they're going to be so good, and they're not. So I have the Braves sweeping them. into. And then the last first round series, Marlins at Cubs, gonna go with another sweep. All MLB, all NL series ending up in sweeps, and the Marlins, who are the worst team in the playoffs without much of a doubt, are going to be swept by the Cubs, who are looking really good under new manager David Ross. So we head to the second round. We've got Rays, Indians, and the Indians are going to take it in 5. I think I really like what I'm seeing from the Indians lately, with Shane Bieber headlining that rotation. I don't think much can stop them in those games that he's pitching, a strong rotation through the rest of the way. Brad Hand leading the MLB in saves. The Indians are looking really good, and their lineup's really coming into their own at the end of the season. And I don't think the Rays have what it takes to make it to the ALCS this year. Really good regular season team, but I don't know what they have. I don't know how their playoff is going to go. Their lineup just isn't that strong. But then Twins, White Sox in the other ALDS, and I've got the Twins in 4. The White Sox are a good team, but as I said, young, inexperienced players haven't been to the playoffs very much, haven't played many seasons. I don't think they can take down a Twins team led by veterans such as Josh Donaldson and Nelson Cruz. The Twins have an amazing postseason rotation. It doesn't look that good on paper, but the way these guys have been playing, especially Kenta Maeda probably is going to get second in Cy Young voting, right? Jose Barrios has been playing really well at the end of the season. Michael Pineda's been playing really well since he came back. Their rotation has just been amazing. Their bullpen's been playing really well. The bullpen was playing amazing in the beginning of the season when they didn't have many starters because of all the injuries. The Twins are a really good team, and I don't think the White Sox are going to put up much of a fight. Then in the NL, we have Padres in 5 over the Dodgers. I know it seems crazy, the Dodgers losing in the NLDS. How could they lose the same place they lost last year with Mookie Betts on their team? And it's because they're playing the Padres, who are just amazing. The Dodgers are postseason chokers. I don't know any other way to put it. They choke in the postseason. And I think they're going to choke pretty early on this year. And I think the Padres, who have a really good team, are going to do well in capitalizing that and win in 5. Then Cubs, Braves, we've got the Cubs in 5. I really like the Cubs. I think David Ross is a really good manager for them. They're playing well. The Braves are playing well too, but I just feel like the Braves have never really been that impressive to me this season. They've been good the whole way, but they've never been a moment where I'm like, wow, the Braves are one of the best teams in the MLB. They've just always kind of been in that second tier, not amazing, but really good. And I think that the Cubs are a really good team, and I think they'll take it in 5. For the CSs, we've got AL Central matchup, Twins, Indians, and the Twins are going to win in 6. Head to the World Series for the first time in 29 years. The Minnesota Twins are going to go to the World Series. I know maybe it's a little bit of a bias take. They're my favorite team. But I think they win in 6, as the Indians are really good. But with Shane Bieber only getting 1 start in the series, it's just not enough to power through. Nelson Cruz was a huge series, hitting 4 home runs in the series, 4 in 6 games. He wins the ALCS MVP. Then Padres Cubs, we're going to see a Twins Padres World Series as the Padres win a close 1 in 7. Fernando Tatis Jr. getting the NLCS MVP. He's been in a slump September, but he's going to go back to how he's playing in August when we all thought he's a shoo-in for MVP. And the Padres take that 1 in 7. A Twins Padres World Series, and starting in the first round of the MLB postseason, my prediction for the 2020 World Series champions is the Minnesota Twins. Maybe it's biased, but the Twins are really good, and the Padres are good too, but still I feel like their inexperience is going to catch up to them eventually. The Twins are an amazing team. Byron Buxton gets World Series MVP, makes some really great clutch catches. He's been doing really well in that leadoff spot for them this series. And I think the Twins are going to win the World Series in 7 games. I know it's a little dicey, but I think the AL competition just isn't as high is most years, the Yanks and the Astros falling into the 5 and 6 seeds. Neither of them would have made the playoffs if it was the normal 5 seed format, because you get Rays, Twins, and A's as the division winners, and then the White Sox, the Indians and White Sox would be the wild card teams. So Yanks nor Astros would be making the playoffs in a 5 seed format. And the Rays and the A's just aren't the type of teams that I think are going to be good enough, despite their seeding, to make it deep into October. In the NL, Dodgers choke, Padres come out of it, and also I don't think they can get past the Twins. So Minnesota Twins, World Series champions, you heard it here first.